So I guess we can start now. Hello, everyone who is here with us today. Warm greetings from St. Petersburg, Russia. We are very glad to welcome you here on our webinar about summer schools at Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University. First of all, please let me introduce myself and my wonderful colleagues. My name is Irina Asadova. I am the Deputy Head of the Department of International Educational Programs and Academic Mobility. And I am very glad and very honored that my wonderful colleagues and professors joined me today. I would like to firstly introduce Ms. Nelli Kozlova, Associate Professor of the Higher School of Service and Trade, Academic Coordinator of the courses in the field of cross-cultural communication skills, international trade and business, tourism and hospitality. Ms. Ekaterina Sokolova, Associate Professor at the Institute of Energy, Academic Coordinator of the Energy courses. I will give the floor over to her later as well. Ms. Tatiana Kovalenko, the Director of all the Russian language short-term programs at Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University. Mr. Ilya Konstantinov, our colleague from Moscow Aviation Institute, the academic coordinator of the joint program SPBPU MAI, Polymer Composite Materials and Additive Technologies, and our student Elno Guerrero, who participated in our winter school this year. Okay, I will start my presentation now, just a second. Okay, I guess the screen is on now. Firstly, I would like to provide you with some information about our wonderful city. St. Petersburg is second largest city in Russia, also known as the cultural capital of Russia. The city have a lot of museums, cathedrals, wonderful places for sightseeing and leisure time. We can have a look of a couple of pictures. And believe me, the summer is the best time to come here to explore our river and canal trips, our white nights, all the festivals and open air entertainment in this time of year. And a few words about our university. Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University is one of the most leading technical universities in Russia. We have 12 institutes, more than 30 graduate schools in different fields of energy, economics, humanitarian sciences. Our campus has a very big area on the 4 subway stations, not very far from the city center. We have a couple of representative offices in Shanghai, in Nanking, and in other cities. We are planning also to open them. Second. Here you can see some rankings. According to Times Higher Education ranking, we are in top 3 most international universities in Russia, and according to QS World University ranking, we are in top 400. About the educational programs in Peter the Great Polytechnic University, we have the University Foundation, degree programs, international degree programs in English, and short-term programs, which are exchange program, Russian studies and Russian language, international tailor-made programs and internships, and summer and winter schools, which we are focusing on today. Summer School 2024 will have 35 courses in 6 fields of study, starting from engineering and natural sciences to social sciences, economics, business and management, and of course, Russian studies. Our summer school was founded more than 11 years ago, and on today, it's officially the biggest summer school in Russia. But firstly, it started with Russian language, and it was the first and the most popular programs. Later, we added some courses on civil engineering, engineering sciences, and for today, we have more than 30 courses, including artificial intelligence, plasma physics, additive technologies, tourism and hospitality, and business and management. And some key facts about our summer school: all the programs are for 1 or for 2 weeks. You will have 2 to 5 ECTS credits for the course, which can be recognized at your home university. Tuition fee is about $250 per week. Application deadlines depends on the citizenship, but it's always 1.5 months to 2 months before the program. All the students will be provided with accommodation on campus or at our partner hostels. And of course, summer school, it's not only about studying, it's about cultural programs, field trips, and excursions. We have them included already in the tuition fee. And as I have already mentioned, internationally recognized certificates. Cultural program, we have 3 excursions included in the tuition fee. They might be changed from program to program, but generally there are 3 of them: river and canal cruise, trip to Peterhof, and excursion to the Hermitage Museum. Concerning the certificates, after successful completion of the course, you will all be granted with the certificates. You can see the example on the screen, and you can recognize them at your home university for some of your degree semester courses. Concerning the application, you are very welcome to apply on our online admission system. You'll have the QR code for it later. Their steps are pretty simple. Firstly, you will fill in your personal profile, then submit the application form and submit your documents, your international passport to issue the letter of invitation, and your photo. Concerning the letter of invitation and the visa, we provide you with full support. The university will provide you with the letter of invitation for student one-entry visa. With our letter of invitation, you will be able to apply at the consulate, embassy, or VFC Global Visa Center near your location. Practically, that's all from my general organizational part. My colleagues will provide you with more information about their courses. We are very much looking forward to see you in our wonderful city, St. Petersburg and Moscow, because we have our colleagues from Moscow here as well. We hope that it can be a very exciting and useful experience for you. So thank you very much for your attention. And now it's my big pleasure to turn the floor over to Miss Nelli Kozlova, Associate Professor of the Higher School of Service and Trade, coordinator of their programs in the field of international trade and business, tourism and hospitality. Nelly Antonovna, the floor is yours.
Okay, good afternoon, dear colleagues, dear guests. Dear Zarina, thank you for the opportunity to greet all of the participants personally, even virtually. And let me, with great pleasure and honor, introduce our three programs within St. Petersburg, Peter the Great Polytechnic University. So, first of all, let me introduce myself again. My name is Nelli Kozlova, and I am the member of Graduate School of Service and Trade. And I am responsible for leading and academic coordination of three programs: tourism and hospitality, international trade and business, and cross-cultural communication and research. What I would like to start with, like leading information. Of course, we are very happy to offer the unique opportunity for all our prospective listeners and participants. First of all, of course, to feel themselves like the members of international team, to expand the set and network of your friends and mates, and see this opportunity like a point of growth for the future, for expanding your business activities or whatever. That is number one. Number two, of course, to gain some very up-to-date professional knowledge and practice some both hard and soft skills. And number three, sounds like very simple and very pragmatic profit for you, because our courses suit and relate very closely to the curricula of many foreign universities, and you can easily cross credit your ECTS lately in your home university. I'll try to be brief, and let me start with the first program, tourism and hospitality. You can see the dates, duration, and the number of credits for it. And if you are a student of the same field, like tourism, hotel, or hospitality business, and you have really ambitious plans to work in the history, you should really consider this outstanding opportunity to look a little bit deeper and to study the current state of the industry, and maybe try to anticipate the unprecedented circumstances that really affect the industry nowadays, and develop some maybe ways how to better understand, manage, and valorize the new opportunities on both domestic and international travels, hotels, accommodation industry, transportation, and tourist behavior. With great honor, I'd like to introduce our team. You can see our professors. You can see Elena Korchagina, professor, PhD, associate professor Natalia Plitneva, and we feel very proud of having our industry expert, the chief commercial officer of ACAN Group, Mr. Rafael Arotinyan. And you can find the brief course description. It consists of four particular blocks. So the first is called Tourism Economics, and you can find the subtitles of the particular topics to be discussed, like the economy of tourist destination, then the approaches for economic assessment of any sort of tourism projects, the foundations of the economics of the tourist industry, the basics of financial management, and so on. Then hospitality management. So you are going to just study the current state and the opportunities of tourism and hospitality business in the near future. how to successfully market a hospitality business. Then all sorts of demand generation, accommodation operations, room division management will be offered for small group discussions. Then geo-targeting as well, and it encompasses best and worst practices worldwide, forecasting, industry recovery, and different sorts of brainstorming workshops. And finally, tourism communication toolkit. It includes practicing and developing the tourism toolkit for communication in under the circumstances of digital transformation. Program number 2, International Trade and Business. The same dates, and this program is particularly designed to provide our dear participants with the practical knowledge and skills in managerial, analytical, and research activities in the field of international trade and business activities. You can find the team as well for that very program. And I'm very happy to introduce Ekaterina Shevchuk, PhD, Associate Professor, and Alex Krasnov, PhD, Associate Professor as well. And you can find our sub-blocks for that very program: International Trade and Business Design of Commercial Activities. You are going to research and practice the essential and basic concepts of international trade system. So all approaches, how to measure and how to evaluate the competition within the industry, and some extra huge factors that have great impact on the industry, and so on. And also discuss the current and upcoming global challenges. Then, strategic thinking of business. I appreciate a lot this module of our program, because it is aimed to really expand your managerial soft skills and have the extra look on the business strategy and the levels of the strategy, and provide you with the particular tools of strategic analysis, choosing the strategy, different options, alternative, scenario, and design thinking as well. Global marketing management helps to understand marketing management in the global environment, and the role of the culture and the marketing global environment, and different analytical methods, how to make a revision of a marketing environment in international business and in global business as well. And also the leading strategy for marketing, like STP, segmentation, targeting, and positioning, will be on the focus of your study and our group discussions. And finally, electronic commerce starts with just generating and brainstorming the general issues of entrepreneurial activity in the virtual space. Then you are going to discover e-commerce infrastructure, and then you will be provided with the opportunity to practice it and study e-commerce payment systems, internet marketing, and have a lot of e-commerce practice exercises. And program number 3, cross-cultural communication and research. So, frankly speaking, lots of business mistakes in international trade and business and in global business activities are made due to the lack of awareness in cross-cultural differences. You have to, of course, start with researching in the field of cultural specifics and country specified features of the infrastructure, study different restrictions, specifics, taboos in global and country specific environment, and so on. So, if you are a student of international business or tourism and hospitality business, so it makes sense to develop your hard and soft skills for expanding cross-cultural awareness. And our team for that very program is presented on the slide. And please meet my colleague Natalia Krasnostavskaya, Associate Professor and PhD in Economics. And also you can find 4 specific modules of this very program. Started with the basic concept and definition of cross-cultural communication. And we'll discuss how to do business across cultures, what are the stepping stones of doing this, and we'll have the special interactive workshop on a win-win negotiation and how to gain a win-win situation in international negotiation. Module number 2, effective business correspondence, will guide you to gaining the specific knowledge and practice skills in effective business correspondence, how to be an effective business writer. So, business letters, different formats and different types of them, then formal and formal emails, business reports, business proposals, and other business docs will be discussed and practiced during this module 2. Then communication with mass media is extremely important for any business company, and we'll be happy to discuss different aspects of communication with mass media and how to create effective press releases and the other points of it. And scientific research, the fundamentals, research design, research process, data analysis, and digital resources in scientific activities and scientific research will be also under the focus of the study. So I tried to be pretty brief to save your precious time, and thank you very much once again for the opportunity, and welcome to our programs, and we'll be very, very happy to greet you personally this summer.
Thank you very much, Nelli Anatolievna, for your inspiring and detailed overview, as always. Very, very grateful for you for your time. And now I would like to introduce my colleague, Miss Ekaterina Sokolova. As I've already mentioned, we have a lot of programs in the field of energy technology, and they are very popular. Frankly speaking, one of the most popular, and the interest is growing year by year. And now we have not only the courses in the field of energy technology, we have an energy academy in the field and the frame of International Polytechnic Summer and Winter School. Ekaterina, the floor is yours. Ekaterina, could you please turn on the microphone, because we can't hear you for the moment? Yes, your microphone is on, and we can see your screen now.
Once again, dear colleagues, thank you very much for giving such a wonderful possibility for us to present our 9 modules within the Energy Academy. And dear colleagues, dear students, I hope future students of our Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic Summer School. I'm very, very glad to be introduced to you. So as Zarina already told you, inside the Institute of Energy at the university, we organized so-called the International Energy Academy, where we created a very big society with engineers who are working inside the university, outside the university, in the research centers and inside the companies. A very big team of volunteers, adapters, and students of our university who are very much eager to speak with different international students, especially in the field of engineering, to have a constant contact with them in order to apply for the international grants, to make the joint publications, and just to maybe drink a cup of coffee and to express the latest news in the energy field. So it's not like only the educational program for us, it is the style of life. And we are doing these types of activities quite frequently, 4 times a year: summer, winter, spring, and autumn. So as I already told you, we are a kind of, let's say, society or like academy of a different kind of specialists, and which is very nice that many alumni of our school, they already found very good job perspectives on the market, on the international market. Somebody already opened their own companies. They sell engineering products, for example, heat exchangers or boilers. Some of them are working in the international, even leading universities, and organize different research activities. And some of them, of course, are working in the modeling of construction of energy units. And inside the engineering courses, all 9 modules, we invite those alumni, graduates from our school, and they give, let's say, the lecture of prestige to say about the experience of the school, about the useful contacts which they found here during these school's activities, and about their challenges which they face nowadays in their companies, in their work. And we organize such a kind of case study and try to solve the current market issue with the new innovation technologies and approaches and modeling programs which we have nowadays in the engineering sector. So this is very interesting kind of activity. Our main objectives are cooperation. As I already told you, it is a kind of net with the engineering all around the world, academicians, specialists, students, volunteers, PhD students, postdoc guys who are trying to develop the energy sector and contribute as much as possible. It is the development because we try to attract even very, very talented foreign students to the university to show them surroundings and to see to give them not only the feedback from the educational point of view, but also from the cultural, because St. Petersburg, as it was told already, one of the most beautiful and charming and romantic city, especially during the summer time when there are white nights and you can read the book even during the night and explore the city on the boats, trips, and to go to the beautiful museums. So many students who came here with some kind of maybe not so nice expectations, they say us a lot of positive words that they opened the culture of Russia, of St. Petersburg, from another point of view, and that they enjoyed it so much. Of course, the main objective is scientific, because you come here or you study online and because you want to get a certificate, because you want to get skills, because you want to get knowledge. So the scientific part is one of the most important. And what is very nice, that again I want to repeat, that it's not only academic program, it's also a program which is connected with the industry. So we have the real case study from the industry. It can be Gazprom, it can be Rosatom, it can be Rosneft, it can be electrical companies who give the real case from the reality, who are mentors of our students, and at the end of the program, students present their presentations about case study. So during these 2 weeks, you not only attend classes, but during maybe evening or in the early morning, you gather all together with your groups, and you are working on the special task which we give to you. And the cultural activity I already told you. So to crown it all, there are 9 different educational modules in engineering. It's the nuclear, turbo machinery, electrical, oil and gas, digital technologies in the energy industry, power electronics, hydrogen, renewable and sustainable. So if to speak about the nuclear, it is mostly about the nuclear power plants, about modeling, about different regimes of work, about small modular reactor, about generation 3, about generation 4, about problems, and of course some very trendy topics like, for example, nuclear desalination, because you know that nowadays many countries, they face with the problem of the shortage and water stress of drinking water. Not so many territories have water enough to drink, and for the agriculture and for the industry, like for example for the cooling system on the nuclear power plant. And that's why you need to desalinate the ocean, the sea water, and make it drinkable. And we suggest the technology how to do it with the nuclear energy. Or, for example, another thing which is very interesting nowadays is the nuclear hydrogen production, because nowadays world is so much oriented to the green technologies, to renewable energy sources, and hydrogen is involved in many energy strategies of different countries. And there is an aim to reach the zero net emissions, and the hydrogen is one of the most let's say expected source of energy. So we can produce hydrogen with different sources, with the fossil fuels, with the renewable fuels, and also with the nuclear. So nuclear hydrogen production is very interesting topic nowadays. Within the electrical engineering, there are many activities about renewable, about smart grids, about high voltage equipment and engineering. So this is also a very big and interesting topic. With the petroleum and gas engineering, students are divided by teams, and they also do the case from Gazprom company, and they are speaking about different drilling technologies, about digital technologies in the oil and gas market, and about basic technologies of well construction and the most efficient explosion of oil and gas. About digital technologies, it is quite interesting topic to see how digital systems and innovations and programs help engineers in the different fields of the energy sector. So we divide it by 4 parts: digital technologies in nuclear, digital technologies in renewable, digital technologies in oil and gas, and digital technologies in electrical engineering. So you attend all of these classes, and you are working very much with your computers in order to understand the simulation, what is the digital twin, and how it helps engineers in their everyday life. With the renewable energy and sustainable, it is again about different kinds of renewable technologies: solar, wind, hydropower, heat pumps technologies, and new innovations in the market. And the last one is turbo machinery, about different types of turbines, gas turbines, steam turbines, micro turbines, hydro turbines, wind turbines, with a different scale, with a different consumption, and the new approaches in the construction and modeling of these turbines. So the academy is quite intensive because each day, the schedule is quite tough. So each day you attend classes, and apart from these classes, you also have the cultural program and the case study, which you have to present at the last day of the program. But of course, during the weekend, we try to organize some trips with our students to the surroundings of St. Petersburg and to show the beauty of the city and of the region. Despite the global pandemic, the academy didn't stop to work, and we nowadays suggest two formats of our schools: on campus or online. So you can choose the most preferable for you. Both variants have its positive points and negative. From one point of view, online maybe it's much more easier and you can be switched from different points in the world. But of course, to come here and to see your classmates and professors face to face is maybe much more comfortable, because after classes you can always come to the professor and to discuss with him some questions maybe which you didn't get during the class, or maybe you can ask some about your publications or about your plans for the thesis work. And you know, there are sometimes it happens that students they like so much St. Petersburg that they come here for a semester exchange or even for the whole PhD study to continue to work with the specific professor. So it's also one of the possibility for you. There are many testimonials from students who come here from different countries, from Iran, from China, from Indonesia, from Singapore, from Germany, from Greece. So you will meet different friends from all over the world. And the closest programs is the summer one and the spring one, which we will organize in the hydrogen. So if you are very much interested, please join us. Here is my contact information. Please feel free to send me all of your questions to email or to the common email, which Zarina will tell you. Thank you very much for your time, guys, and you are very welcome to St. Petersburg.
Thank you very much, Ekaterina, for such a full overview of the International Energy Academy and your society. I think it's a great opportunity for students to be a part of the society with their common values. Thank you very much. And now we are going to continue. As I have already mentioned in the beginning, the first summer schools at our university was in the field of Russian language and culture. And they are, for the moment, still one of the most popular, because more and more people are interested in Russian language and Russian culture. And I would like to turn the floor to my colleague, Ms. Tatiana Kovalenko, the director of the short-term Russian study programs. Tatiana, the floor is yours, please.
Thank you very much, Zarina. Good afternoon, dear students. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. It's my pleasure to be a part of this webinar. Now I will share my screen so that we could start with the presentation.
Yes, Tatiana, the screen is on.
Perfect. So it is, my name is Tatiana Kovalenko. I'm, as Zarina said, the director of programs in Russian studies, all range of them. And I'm the deputy director of Higher School of International Educational Programs. And I will start my presentation with telling you a little bit more about the program venue, because it's quite an often question from the students: where will I study? On your screen, you can see the Higher School of International Educational Programs. It is the heart of international activity of our university. The majority of students who come to study at the degree programs in Polytech start their academic paths in this very building, because apart from the summer school, from winter schools, and other short-term programs, we have one of the largest university foundation programs in St. Petersburg and in Russia, which makes this spot absolutely unique and which gathers a lot of students, over 1,500 students from all over the world each year. As you can see on the campus map, I've pointed the spot with the arrow. This is the Higher School of International Educational Programs. It occupies a separate place on the university campus, yet at the same time, it is in a walking distance from the main university building, from the historical part of the campus, from the beautiful Polytechnic Park. So for the students, it is a lot of places are reachable, and it creates a unique environment for their study. For you to have more understanding about, well, there is the question which arises quite often, why study the Russian language at the Polytechnic University? And here are some answers. We're not a regular Polytechnic University. We have dedicated over 65 years of our history to teaching Russian language, Russian as a foreign language, to the international students. That is why we have accumulated significant experience in this field, and we have become one of the top schools of Russian as a foreign language, not only in St. Petersburg, but in Russia. And the brand Polytech, as much as the brand IMOP, is famous, is well known among our international partners, colleagues, universities. What else I would like to tell you about our higher school is that we have an authorized TOEFL testing center, which provides our students with the possibility to sit for the state language examinations. Only few universities of Russia have such testing centers. That is why I decided to point it out separately. I have already mentioned the unique international environment, which has been created due to the numerous students attending different programs of our higher school. Once you arrive, you will feel it yourself. Fortunately, the pandemic is over, and the number of students attending the on-campus programs is increasing day by day. So we are waiting for you to see that live. And one more thing that we are proud of is that in our higher school was one of the first to launch the tutor support services for the international students. It is a very important service which helps the newly arriving students to adapt to the new environment, to the university, to our procedures, to our bureaucracy, to the new city and new culture. Our tutors are volunteer students. Most of them are Russian-speaking students, but they all know English language or other languages. So it becomes mutually beneficial communication well, the students not only help each other, but they also become friends, and it helps them a lot during their academic path. A lot of students ask us the questions, who can participate in our summer schools? Are there any age limitations or background limitations and so on? The specifics of our summer schools allows us to be quite open to the majority of the target audiences. So we welcome undergraduate students, graduate students, those who are already working in some fields and would like to get acquainted with the Russian language. And from time to time, we even welcome the school children. For those who are below 18 years old, those school children should come with an accompanying professor, but it's also possible. So basically, there are very few limitations for those who would like to participate in our programs. The main thing is to be interested, is to be inspired, to learn the language, the culture, and to become a part of this of our team. Now we are passing to the main part of our presentation, which is the list of our summer school modules. I have grouped them in blocks so that you could answer the main question, which of those would work for you personally. We will start with the first block of modules. It is, let's say, it's the most classical language school. It's the intensive Russian language and culture program. There are 3 sessions. It doesn't mean that you have to take all of them. We know that the students from different countries have different schedules, so feel free to choose whatever is more convenient for you. There are the sessions of 2 weeks. There is the session of 3 weeks, and you can obtain 4 or 5 ECTS credits depending on the duration that you choose. Now let's talk about the levels. For this block of modules, they are open for all the levels of language. So if you have ever studied the Russian language, or if you have never studied the Russian language, be it level from A0 to C1, you can join this program. Do not think that we will put all the students together to study in the same classroom. No, before the program starts, we will, of course, do the placement tests. Our teachers will divide the students into small groups of 10, 12 people per group so that you could study with the maximally coinciding level of the current condition. The second block of modules is quite an interesting one. We call it the block for the curious. Why have these modules appeared in the first place? A lot of students who previously attended the summer schools or in engineering, in other fields, they have been trying to take the most of their experience, and they were asking if they could study some Russian language too, just out of curiosity, to learn some new phrases, to understand the alphabet or some grammatical constructions, to learn, to get closer to the native speakers. So if you are one of such students, if you are thinking to apply to some other modules of our summer school, but you would like to obtain some extra skills, because who knows, maybe you will like it so much that you will decide to continue it, feel free to apply to combine your modules, because we have tried to make the schedule of this survival Russian language course so that it would not overlap with the main blocks of engineering modules. It does not matter if you do not know any Russian language at all. This course is for you. You feel free to join it and to understand the basics of our language. You will also get a separate certificate for that course. If you do not know the Russian language, or if you know the Russian language, but you do not plan to focus on improving your skills this summer, we have a special module which does not involve any language study at all. It is dedicated to studying the Russian literature, history, and art. It is conducted entirely in English language. It is a 2 weeks module. It offers 4 ECTS, can be also combined with other modules in other fields. If you have been studying the Russian language long enough and you have obtained a level of A2 or B1, B2, then we would be glad to welcome you on our module dedicated to Russian language for business and trade. If you were thinking to connect your future profession or to do some business with Russia, and you would like to feel confident about using certain vocabulary correctly and using certain grammatic constructions correctly, this module fits you best. It is a 3 weeks module, quite intensive, and by the end of it, you will feel much more confident about using all the mentioned above. And the final module is Russian language for engineers. quite a complicated program because it requires both engineering knowledge and the level of Russian over A2. Still, if you are such a lucky person, feel free to apply for this module. You can see the range of tuition fees. 1 week costs 20,000 rubles, 2 weeks 30,000 rubles, and 3 weeks 40,000 rubles for all the modules. All those modules are conducted on campus, but in case there is a request from the group who would like to study online, I think we will also be able to complete this. Summing up the main advantages of our summer school, you won't just learn the language, you will get a complete profound immersion into the language and culture environment. It will be a great experience for you to understand what the Russian language really is, to understand Russian mentality much better, and of course to get acquainted with our city during the cultural activities, during the field trips, and so on. One more thing that we are proud of, we focus on making you not just learn the theory of the language. We aim at breaking the communication barrier of our students. So in the end of the program, they are not afraid to speak the Russian language. It's not about writing, it's not about grammar. We also pay attention to this, but the main advantage is that the students really start to speak. And our team of tutors helps this a lot because we every week we have the speaking clubs where in the friendly environment for those who are afraid of teachers, they can share their newly obtained Russian language skills with their new friends as tutors during the walks around the city or during the communication sessions in the university. This helps a lot. We have seen a lot of evidence for that. So we are proud to have quite a large background proving that this really works. We have a lot of students who decide to come back, and hopefully you are one of those and you will be joining us soon. Zarina has already mentioned this, but I will repeat just in case. For participation in any of our modules, our students will get official certificates of Polytechnic University in English language, mentioning all your achievements, contributions, and so on. To sum up, I would like to say that if you are looking for an immersion experience, if you're looking for the perfect international environment, for new impressions, for new inspirations, just say that and join our Summer School of Russian Studies. You're welcome. St. Petersburg is waiting for you. These are some of my contacts. Please feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Tatiana, for the overview of the programs. From my side, I encourage you guys to come and study Russian culture and language because the language is a key to other people, and sometimes different culture and new language can open the new path in your life. Yes, and we continue. Thank you, Tatiana, once again. We here at St. Petersburg Polytechnic University believe that the university and your educational program, it's not about your study. As I always say, it's a place where you can spare some part of your life if we are talking about degree programs, and some days of your life if we are talking about short-term programs. And we always try to provide you not just with a course, but also with the community, with the atmosphere, with the environment, when you can find the people with their common values. Maybe sometimes you can find friends and partners for your future researches and work. And we, from our side, always open for any kind of communication and friendship with our foreign partners and some other universities in Russia. And as a result of one of these friendship, we have a course with the Moscow Aviation Institute on the polymer composite materials and additive technologies. We had it firstly this winter, and for the summer we are planning to run it again, and we are also now working on the development of course in the space technologies. So I would like to give the floor to my colleague from Moscow Aviation Institute, Mr. Ilya Konstantinov. He will say a few words about our joint program. Ilya, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for my speech. Let me upload my PPT. It's frightening that I need to get some extra rules to do this.
Ilya, sorry.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Just a second. Are you able to share your screen now?
No, still no.
Just a second. Guys, we are sorry for some technical issues.
Now I can.
Yes. Okay, the screen is on, Ilya.
One moment.
Yeah, everything is perfect.
Okay, thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. Let me share our experience in the organization of the summer school in case of the polymer composite materials and the additive technology. And this year, this school will be provided from 15th of July to 28th of July. So 2 weeks, very interesting program, very interesting cities in the university. In one of the next pages, I will introduce in more detail this information. So first advantage of this program, that this program cover 2 cities, 2 famous cities in Russia, Moscow and the St. Petersburg. And here you can see with a very brief explanation what the cities are. So, but also I would like to add that the Moscow is a charming modern city with a huge number of the attractions and the interesting places. It has lots of museums, lots of very historical streets. The history of the city is more than 9 centuries. So, and that's why it's very, very interesting. Also, you can see lots of architectures from the USSR time, and it combines with the very modern buildings as the Moscow city and so on. But of course, it's also, I must say, the very brilliant words about the St. Petersburg city. This is the White Knights, drawbridges, an incredible number of the attractions. There are lots of river, and I think it's one of the most beautiful cities we have in Russia. And in both of the cities, it's located 2 brilliant universities. In Moscow, it's the Moscow Aviation Institute, National Research University, and in the St. Petersburg, it's the Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University, one of the best polytechnical university in Russia. And here you can see the brief information about both of those universities. Both of those universities is quite old. Moscow Aviation Institute is the key partner for all aircraft industry in Russia. We take part in all the modern project Russian, like the MS-21, Sukhoi Superjet, all the military aircraft. We have lots of experience not only in the educational fields, but we also have an experience in the real industrial cases. And we think our facilities is also that we can collect the real engineer, the real scientific engineer from the aircraft industry to get our program much more qualified. Also, we have friends in the very close cooperation and the relationship with the St. Petersburg Polytechnic University. What the Polytechnic means that the Polytechnic facilities is very wide in any industries, energy, material science, the cultural science, and so on and so on. But here we, of course, communicate in case of the additive technology and the polymer composite materials. Our program provided in 2 cities, in 2 universities, and that's why it consists from the 2 models. First model is about the polymer composite materials. The polymer composite materials is one of the most popular type of the materials nowadays using in the different structures. But of course, in our school, we will mostly rely on, and we will mostly base on the aircraft examples, because such type of the materials is exactly widely used this, because it meets all the requirements about the reliability, about the strengths, about the different other technology, but the most advantage of this, it's of course the weight of the structure. The structure is quite light, and that's why the aircrafts which consist from such type of the materials has the very brilliant characteristics. Another source of the materials which is widely used in the modern structures, in the aircraft structures, in the petroleum structures, and all the other, of course, this is the structures implemented with the help of the additive technology. And there are lots of ways of the materials can be used in this case, like as well as there are lots of technologies. And about all of those, my colleagues from the St. Petersburg University will introduce well enough, and you will get the very unique, just the whole understanding about the technologies and the materials you can use to create the modern additive structures for the different sorts of the for its purposes, of course. And let's look in much more detail the program schedule we can provide for you in a model which will be conducted in Moscow Aviation Institute. We have 5 days. This is here you can see that our program consists not only from the educational parts, but also it's consists from the extracultural activities. We will share with you all the famous places in Moscow, all the famous museums, the best places. That's why you'll get both. First, it's the very high education in case of the composite materials, and the understanding of the Moscow as well. So, but in case of the educational, first, of course, we will start from the explanation for what we need to have the polymer composite materials. What is the advantages and the disadvantages we can achieve due to the use of this. Also, in our university, we have our own approach for the creation of the very complex structures, and we start from the level of the aircraft. Then we see how the materials can be used in the level of the parts of this aircraft, such as a wing or the fuselage or the tail section, and so on. And then let's look like the pyramid, whereas in the lower level of this, we see the micromolecular structure of these materials, and we start to design exactly from the stage where we choose the appropriate components of this. And that's why in one of the next day, we will discuss about the different properties of this. What is the binders? What is the fillers of this? And how their common combination will help us to achieve the brilliant structure. Then, of course, in the last section of this model, we will start to familiar with the modern software, which allow us to calculate this program. So that's why it's not only the theoretical parts, and my colleagues in St. Petersburg University also will share with you the practice components of this. So that's why it's practice-oriented summer school. First, you will get the really high level of the fundamental knowledge, but also you'll get to opportunity to use the modern software, different CAD and the KI systems to calculate the very complex structures. So in the final part, some brief explanation about the lesson of the Python, which also help us in our engineering fields. Let's look to the program schedule which you will follow in the St. Petersburg University. This model look like a little bit longer. It includes a little bit more historical and the cultural problem, because I start my speech that St. Petersburg is one of the beautiful places in Russia, and that's why such beauty we also would like to share with you. But also this model consists from the very unique set of the knowledge you'll get since the day number 7. First, my colleagues will share with you the knowledge about the powder metallurgy, and this powder metallurgy will be separated for the different parts. You will know all about the modern technologies in case what does mean the additive technology. Of course, we mostly will focus on the additive technology which is produced from the metal for the metal structures, but also for the polymer structures my colleagues will introduce. You'll get the very advanced knowledge as the shape memory allows, and how such perspective alloys will find their places in the structures of the futures. And so on and so on. My colleagues will share more information if you will come to this summer school. This is the page where I briefly would like to share with you the information about the extracultural activities. We will get you familiar with the Russian traditional food, how to prepare, for example, the Russian dumplings you can see here, Russian ravioli. Also, we will visit most of the popular places in case of the science. Here we can see it's cosmonautics and the aviation center. Also, we will walk around the Red Square, and my colleagues in St. Petersburg will provide for you the best excursion and you will visit the best places in the St. Petersburg. This is the team which is involved in the process of the preparation, developments, and of course for the implementation of this summer school. This is all of them are very high qualified professors in their fields. All of them, they have the real industrial experience and the very deep understanding how the composite materials and the additive technology is used nowadays in the different structures. From my side, that's all. Thank you for your attention. See you in Russia. See you in our universities. See you in our brilliant cities. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Ilya, for your presentation. Just a second. And now I would like to give the floor to the student of our winter school this year, Elno Guerrero, and he will share maybe his impressions and feedback with you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much, Sarina, for the opportunity. Yes, brief introduction for myself. As Sarina was saying, I participated in the last winter school that took place in Moscow and St. Petersburg. I am currently studying in St. Petersburg Polytech University on additive manufacturing master's degree. But yeah, to be completely honest with you, I just found out about this program and I just talked to Sarina. I said, hey, can I join? And yeah, we got everything ready and I joined the course. And to be honest, it was a really, really good experience. I very much liked all of the experiences that we have, both on the classes and on the cultural side. For example, you can have an idea of what the classes will be like and of what the topics are going to be. But once you get to sit on the actual classrooms, once you get to see the whole university, it's a whole different perspective that you get to acquire from these few experiences. So yeah, it's a really, really recommended activity that if you have the chance, I really recommend. because yeah, one part of the program is all of the stuff and engineering side, so you will learn, or even in the economics, all of the other classes that we just saw. But once you get to be on the hallways, to need to get lost and need to find the bathroom, you need to find a place to eat, some place to really talk to Russians, talk to the Russian people, talk to other international colleagues, that there are many of my friends who are from all over the world. We have many students from Africa, from China, from Asia. I'm personally from Mexico. Maybe I forgot to say at the beginning, but yeah, it's a really cool experience that you get to live here. So if it's possible for you to come here, I 100% recommend it. If you can attend the online schools, it's also very good, because this glimpse of the school of 1 or 2 weeks really lets you see if there is something that you like or you don't like about studying, about your career, about your future. So it's a very excellent and short time opportunity that to see face to face what it will be like to be studying in a Russian university, either online or present. And of course, if you come to St. Petersburg, I was one of the tutors for getting to present the students to the both the university and the city, where we took you to nice places to eat, we took you to museums and everything. So it is a very complete experience that it was provided within this course. So I appreciate it very much. And that's a bit of my experience. I give the floor back to you, Sarina. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Elna, for your kind feedback. And I also would like to thank you, because you was not only a brilliant student on the classes in both cities, you also was a great help to us all together with another international students from Moscow Aviation Institute. And that's the example how important is an environment and the university, friendly atmosphere, friendly tutors, friendly international students who are always there to help each other. And that's one of the most valuable things for me, that people from all over the world are getting closer each other. They're not afraid of foreigners. They're not afraid of people they are seeing for the first time. And I think it helps them a lot in their future life to communicate with maybe their new colleagues, new partners easily, because they have a positive experience of communicating with completely new people in the new environment. Thank you very much, Elna. Again, dear students, dear prospective students, dear partners who are with us today, thank you very much for your kind attention. I would like to show you a short video about our university that maybe can inspire you and can help you to feel the atmosphere here at Polytech. And right after that, we have some question in Telegram chat. I will reply it. Please do not worry. But let's firstly see the video. What's the video? Okay, I hope this video help you to feel the atmosphere here. And finalizing my presentation, SPBPU has dozens of advantages for international students, starting from marvelous city, historical landmarks, star professors, friendly tutors, and international environment. We are very much looking forward to see you this summer in St. Petersburg and in Moscow. We hope that it can be very useful, exciting, and open-minded experience for you. You are very welcome to contact us via email or Telegram chat. We are always there to help you with any issues concerning the application procedure. And now I would like to thank you, my colleagues, for joining me and support me today. Thank you very much. And now we have a question in the Telegram chat. The student is asking about the application procedure from the African citizens. First of all, I would like to say that from 2023, Peter the Great St. Petersburg Polytechnic University is the head of Russian African Network University. And we have a lot of activities in this frame. Secondly, concerning the application procedure, for the African citizens, the application deadline, we recommend to apply for 2 months before the programs, because we will issue the letter of invitation for you at the local office of Ministry of Internal Affairs, and the issuance of the letter of invitation takes 30 days. So to have the time to receive the letter of invitation, to apply for your visa, to book the tickets beforehand, it's better to apply 2 months before the program. If we are talking about programs in the mid-July, please submit your application in early May. Of course, you can still have a chance to apply maybe 1.5 months before the program, but you will be in a bit hurry because you will wait for months for the letter of invitation, and then you'll have only 2 weeks for the visa application and all the other arrangements before your trip. Okay. If you have any other questions, please welcome. You're very welcome, to text us in Telegram or via email. We are very much looking forward to see you in Polytech this summer.